Hello, everybody. Eric here with the weekly wrap up for December 15th through December 21st. And what went on in the week? You might be asking yourselves. Well, that's what I'm here to tell you. I'm reaching over here for my notebook so I can tell you which video reviews I posted. I'm pretty sure I remember, but I want to double check. Yes, on Monday, I posted What If Mark Spector Was the Host of Venom? Or whatever that title is. But that's essentially it. So I read and reviewed that, and then on Friday the bucket. Oh, then that's by. Uh, I could barely see it. I want to say it's Mark. Could be Mike Chen. And then Friday the bucket list by Mark Taus and Keisto Healy. That was the review that went up. And on Tuesday, I posted my top 10 favorite books that I read in 2024. Not necessarily books that were published in 2024, because I didn't feel like checking copyright dates. And so just went with my favorites that I read during this year. And then, of course, I did more reading. I finished reading Squirm by Richard Curtis, I believe, which was the last book in my movie novelization book bundle. 5 books that were novelizations of movies that I read in a row. I don't have the book to show you because it's already put away. I recorded my review as soon as I finished reading it because I just happened to be wearing my Squirm t-shirt and felt that it was appropriate. And since I couldn't find the movie to watch without downloading another streaming service, it's the one movie of the 5 that I've never seen now. I've seen parts of it, but I haven't seen it from start to finish. Since I wasn't going to watch the movie, figured I might as well just record my review. So that review is recorded. You'll see it eventually. Then after that, I jumped right into All Systems Red by Martha Wells. This is the Murderbot Diaries, Book 1. My friend Colleen, this is one of their favorite books. They're always recommending it to me, so I thought I'd finally jump in and read it, and you'll find out my thoughts when I post a review for it. After that, I could not decide what to read. Nothing was catching my eye. I actually started a couple of things and just was not getting into them at all. I think an entire day and a half, 2 days went by before I decided to just grab Robotech, First Generation #1, Genesis by Jack McKinney. This is a 12-book series based on the TV show, the anime Robotech. So it's technically a novelization. And I have seen bits and pieces of the show. I have never seen a full episode, but it scratches that mech itch that I have. And again, you'll find out my thoughts when I post the review. After I finished that, did not know what I was in the mood for. Spent another day trying to figure out what I wanted to read, and finally settled on Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey, from Tor, not Tor Nightfire. And even this, I almost gave up on it a couple of times because my mood just wasn't right. But you can see there, my bookmark, that I've made a good chunk, a good dent in it. And I think because Christmas is less than a week away, and because I have about 2 weeks now to find a job, or I'm going to have to fake my own death, I think those things just have me in a weird mind space. And that's throwing me off. I look at all these wonderful books that I have, and I'm like, I'm just not in the mood for that. Just not in the mood. And I think it's the holidays and the lack of a job. My unemployment's about to run out, and I have not found a job yet. So that's messing with my head. But, I'm still getting reading done, still making videos, still living my life, just slightly more tense than usual. But, we'll see what happens. Nothing I can do about the future. Just keep plugging away. What I am going to do in the immediate future, and when I'm done recording, is jump right back into this book. It's got me hooked now. Once I got past the first, it took me about 30 or so pages. And then I was hooked. And of course, you'll find out why when I post the review. Of course, I have to finish reading it first. Played games, a few games here and there. Had a screaming contest with my almost 4-year-old niece. I had to watch her, and she was very upset that her grandma and grandpa had to leave for an hour, and she threw a fit. She was screaming. She kept telling me that she doesn't like me anymore. She's like, I don't love you. I don't like you anymore. I don't love you. In between the screaming and crying. And I said, okay. And then as soon as they left, she said she had to go to the bathroom. I took her to the bathroom, and she was sitting on the toilet screaming. So I just started screaming. Just started going, ah, ah. And she's, stop that. I don't like it. I said, well, I don't like it when you do it. If you can do it, I can do it. And she just kept screaming, so I kept screaming. Not loudly, about the way I was doing it here. And then once she was done going to the bathroom, she was fine. And we played games, and she said, I love you, Uncle Eric. And so that was fun. And I watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. First time I've seen it. I've missed a lot of the Marvel movies for various reasons lately in the last few years. And the trailer, or the teaser trailer, for the James Gunn Superman movie came out, and I thought it looked very good. And I thought, hey, I haven't watched anything by James Gunn in a while, and I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Those are two things that are the same. A James Gunn movie and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Let's watch that. I enjoyed it. I still think the first one is the best. The third one really pulls at the heartstrings. It has some wonderful moments. But it's, in my opinion, suffers from the same thing that the second movie suffers from, which is James Gunn took the stuff that was most popular in the first movie and cranked it up. I thought the second movie was good, but he took too much of that, the bits of comedy and the music and stuff, and doubled down on it in the second movie, and then doubled down on it again in the third movie. Now, he does get extra points for having an Alice Cooper song in the movie, and not one of the super well-known Alice Cooper songs, although I knew it from the first few notes because I'm a Alice Cooper super fan. But so points for that. But great effects, great story, great bad guy. As I said, it definitely tugs at the heartstrings, but still, in my opinion, pushes the comedy bits too far and pushes the music too far. I mean, it's great music, but it's half the movie feels like a music video or a bunch of different music videos. Still enjoyable. I'll probably pick it up. I'm looking like as if I could read my movie titles over here to see. I think I still have the first one. I don't know if I kept the second one. So I really cut down on my superhero movies. I know I have the first two Deadpools, and there's a couple others that I kept, but I can't see far enough. I can't tell if I have both. But anyway, so I watched that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, bunch of stuff on YouTube, as always. Board game videos, a lot of top 10 lists out there, and some book videos. And I think that's about it. Not much else happened during the week of December 15th through the 21st. Yeah, we had snow, melted. Now there's snow again. It's going to melt again in a couple of days. Tomorrow's going to be very cold. Or today, as you're watching this, if you're watching it the day that it goes up. But then it's going to get back up into the 40s and 50s for one day, 40s for a number of days. According to WeatherBug, the app that I use to check my weather. And that's about it. After I finish reading Just Like Home, I don't know what I'm going to read after that. Because I still don't really know what I'm in the mood for. There's a couple things that I think I may jump into. But by the time I finish this, maybe I won't be in the mood for those. Who knows? But I'm expecting Amazon gift cards for Christmas. So I'll be adding more books to the books that I can't decide to read. I don't know of any off the top of my head that are coming out. Anything like brand new coming out right now that I'm super excited about picking up and reading. But that could just be my memory. There could be very important books coming out. So that's it. How has your year been? I've got one more full week for weekly wrap-ups before the end of the year. So let's start talking about your year. Favorite books, least favorite books. What have you been doing? What have you been watching? What have you been listening to? I haven't listened to any podcasts since I got laid off from work, because that was the thing I did at work, was listen to podcasts. Let's just spend some time talking about you folks. Let me know what's going on with you in the comments below. If you have any comments, questions, corrections, you can put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers, for whatever we may have talked about here. Just post spoiler warning. We try to be polite on my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe, all the usual YouTube stuff. If you'd care to follow me on other social media, I'll have links for my Instagram and Bluesky in the description below. And that's all I've got for you this week. So until next week, read more books.